In the cold of a new dawn, humanity's first footprints fan out across an open horizon. By a riverbank, a small band huddles around a fire, where marks in wet clay become the world's first record. For generations, we followed the stars and the herds. Then, a discovery. Wild grain could be cultivated. Farming anchored us to the land. Villages grew into cities, and with them came writing and law. Across continents, vast empires rose, binding strangers with roads, taxes, and courts. But it was shared ideas that truly built civilizations. Philosophies and faiths gave millions a common purpose, teaching mercy, duty, and hope. These beliefs traveled with soldiers and merchants, turning faith into powerful institutions. Along the Silk Roads and monsoon routes, goods were exchanged, but the true cargo was knowledge. A verse of poetry or a principle of algebra was priceless. Ideas moved with the seasonal winds, weaving the old continents into a web of mutual dependence. Then the world shuddered. The Mongol expansions redrew the map of trade, and along these same routes traveled a silent killer, the Black Death. It felled thrones, emptied towns, and changed the value of human labor. Yet, from the chaos, a new connectivity emerged. By the late 15th century, the world's hubs shared more maps and methods than ever before, a prelude to a far greater gamble as humanity turned its gaze from the land to the open ocean. A new age dawned on the deck of a creaking ship. The world narrowed to wind and sail. These ocean crossings connected continents that never knew the other existed, bringing maize and silver, but also smallpox and slavery. The Atlantic slave trade, a tragedy of immense scale, uprooted millions, its legacy permanently shaping cultures. At the same time, a revolution of the mind was underway. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment armed humanity with reason and doubt, fueling political firestorms. In America and France, by 1789, revolutions fought to forge ideals of liberty into law. These ideas were carried by the steam and steel of the Industrial Revolution. Far from that ancient riverbank, humanity now rose to the factory whistle in a world of hardened borders, made smaller and faster by the telegraph and steamship. The 20th century arrived with shattering force. 2 world wars from 1914 to 1945 shattered empires and old certainties. In their wake, decolonization redrew the globe, while a Cold War carved it into spheres of influence. Yet powerful movements for civil and women's rights demanded that the promises of liberty be made real for all. As the century closed, fiber optics and satellites wrapped the planet in an instantaneous web of connection. Today, our digital world links markets and minds in ways previously unimaginable, forcing us to wrestle with the oldest questions in new forms. Our interdependence is undeniable, as are the challenges of inequality and a changing climate. The past is never truly past. The patterns set by ancient rivers, ocean currents, and revolutionary ideas continue to shape the choices we face right here, right now.